Hi you guys, welcome to another edition of Inside Odie's Joint, and this is episode part 13. Yeah man, I just think I just have to lay it on you. I can't keep quiet anymore. The state of football in South Africa, which is the DSTV Premiership. So yesterday, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Kaizer Chiefs 1-0, and Mamelodi beat yeah, but I'm just excited. But at the same time, so Mamelodi Sundowns beat Orlando Pirates 1-0, and SuperSport United beat Kaizer Chiefs 1-0. And we're calling it the Pretoria Soccer League. But let's pause the brakes for 1 minute. Let's look at the overall picture. It's one-way traffic. It is absolutely one-way traffic. Like, there's one team dominating everybody. 7 games, 7 wins. Let that sink in. 7 games. I mean, like, what are we watching? Can we really call it now the Farmers League? Can we really call it that? I mean, like, I'm struggling to watch the DSTV Premiership game. I'm really struggling to, because the outcome is fixed. Like, you know that Sundowns is gonna wallop people, or people are gonna park the bus, and there's supposed to be 3 big teams, supposedly big teams in South Africa, but there's no evidence to, like, right now, the last 5 years, the last 6 years, there's nothing to support any of that. I mean, before we go further, I'm going to drop down some stats and just put things into perspective. And before I do that, please subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is Inside Odie's Joint. Hit the notification button and also like the video once you're done. I'm going to give you guys a special news probably in the next week or two to announce you why I'm on this crusade. But until then, let's go into the stats. So check this out. Mamelodi Sundowns have been dominating since 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, like, look at this. Absolute dominance. And look at the CAF Soccer Club rankings. Al Ahly is number 1, and Mamelodi Sundowns is number 2. And you can see from 1 year change, they climbed up by 47 points. Impressive. Now, go down the list. I just want to show you guys something. I just really want to show you guys something that, okay, Sundowns is number 1, and then Orlando Pirates is number 21 within the continent of Africa. You know, with 85% change from the previous year. Let's go down again. Huh! Look at this. Look at this. Wits is number 28, and they don't even are competing anymore. Can you believe it? 28 in 2023. And then who's next? SuperSport United at number 44. Alright? 50. I'm not seeing another South African club. Oh, but look at the top. Look at the top. Who's number 51? Kaizer Chiefs. I rest my case. I mean, and then they want to call it, look, 37. They've actually dropped to 37 points. Yeah, so turns out I didn't press record. You see, when you're starting a YouTube channel and you are the only one doing now, I understand what McG had to go through, and yeah. By the way, I love fantasy football, and I love football itself. I love sports, not in men, but I love sports. And I was prompted to do this because after seeing what transpired at the Peter Mokaba Stadium last night, I just like, dude, let's discuss the state of South African soccer overall. So after seeing the stats, now let me put my take. Like, you saw the stats, you saw what I was talking about, and you can see that Mamelodi Sundowns are going to dominate for another couple of years. they're just going to do it. Because here's the thing, and if we roll it back, you'll see that the Motsepe family, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, invested a lot of money, a lot of resources in building this brand, this club. The only thing left for them to do is revamp HMPPG Stadium and make that the home ground of Mamelodi Sundowns. Then that's going to be a game changer. No, check this out. If you look at how Sundowns built what they are right now, I mean, like, you have to go back since Dr. Patrice Motsepe bought the club from the Zichlas family, you know, and piece by piece, you know, like from bringing Barcelona, Messi, Ronaldinho to come and play the guys, like the whole mentality of everyone who works in that organization is just on another level. I mean, whenever I speak to sports people, nutritionists, scientists, analysts, whatever, coaches, all of them are saying the same thing, that if you want a great job, if you like, the best place to work at is at Mamelodi Sundowns, apart from the national setups of the Springboks, the Proteas, and blah blah blah, and the rest. But Sundowns, that's where it's at. I mean, like, dude, if you listen to past players from Thuso Phala to Teko Modise to Tsoro Vilakazi, you know, apart, and yes, you'll have one or two negative guys who said, yeah, but that was in their own doing. But the one guy who didn't have a good time was Jabulani Mendu, who was a transfer from Kaizer Chiefs. But the rest, like, they say, dude, that's the most professionalism they've ever experienced in their lives. You know, the way the club was run, the way Dr. Patrice Motsepe just motivated the guys to aim higher. I mean, bruh, that's next level, bro. That's next level. And you look at how they dominated, bro. Like, they just dominated, you know. I mean, like, dude, they hired Gordon Nicholson, Paul Dolezal, Neil Tovey. But I mean, like, dude, to hire a former Barcelona coach, a former Barcelona player, Strichkov or something, bruh, that is next level. And then you hire the other coaches and then enter the Peter Mosimane era. Oh, Lord have mercy. That was a game changer. I mean, like, that changed everything. That changed. I mean, like, dude, what people in a press conference saying, dude, if you want to win, just come here, just come here. Shame. Now you have Rulani now, and you know, in my earlier take, which I can't post because I wasn't pressing record, I bet you Rulani's mandate is, dude, just make sure you are in Champions League and you want to dominate for years to come. Now, again, the only way this can change is we need billionaire money in the country. We need billionaire money in the DSTV Premiership soccer. And I'm not talking from a sponsor point of view. I'm talking from an ownership point of view. Why do you say that? Okay, let's look at how England are doing it now. England was a professional outfit, yeah, but playing for passion. But the minute Roman Abramovich bought Chelsea, that was a game changer. Because for then, I think Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, they were dominating, you know. And Chelsea, they were in the fringes. I think they had won one FA Cup then. Roman Abramovich bought A-list players, you know, from around the world, around Europe. And then enter Jose Mourinho, and then it took off. And they became a powerhouse because of Roman Abramovich. Now look what happened after he left because of the Russian and Ukraine conflict. Okay, let's move forward. Look at how the Etihad Group has transformed Manchester City. Manchester City were a little brother to Man United. Let's call it like it is. Man City were Man United's little brother in the same backyard, in the same house. Then you had Americans buying Man United, the Glaziers. You had another, I think, Asian group who bought Everton, or no, Leicester City. I mean, you need billionaire money to change the game, to change the infrastructure, to change the way things are being done, how things are being run. I remember Thuso Phala when he spoke about how Sundowns, it's an 8 to 5 job. Even if you're not in the traveling squad, you still have to report at the club clubhouse, clock in like a normal employee, and until 5 o'clock. So there's no like, I'm just gonna have a booze and whatever. Like, and dude, you're being monitored. So, which begs to question, like, many of you don't know that. And I saw like some pundits saying, yeah, who's this guy? Can I get mango? Who left and went to Swallows? Andile Jali. The thing is, dude, for him to stay there, he had to go next level. He had to go like LeBron James on these youngsters, and he couldn't. Fact of the matter is, he couldn't. He still got it, but in terms of here, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the mental capacity to go to the next level at that age, at this time of his career. He just doesn't have it. So we need, like, seriously, because right now this is a farmers league. Like, it's one-way traffic. I struggle to watch the DSTV Premiership. Like, I really struggle. Like, I have to psych myself out. I have to go in, but I just can't. I really can't. And I think maybe that's why there's no fantasy league for the DSTV Premiership, because there's only one winner. There's only dominant players. So here's another angle I want to bring in. That, think about it. If the big three are healthy, what's going to happen to the overall nature of soccer? But for now, I'm going to pause right there, and then I'm going to, let's go into other aspects of this that I'm going to touch on. So let's discuss Kaizer Chiefs. Old man Kaizer, he's too old. I don't think, because as the leader goes, so goes everybody. Old man Kaizer is just tired. And now you have his kid, Kizam Town Jr. What has he done since he came to the club? As part of management? I really don't see it. And then you have the daughter, Jessica. Jessica, I really don't understand. Look, she's a marketer. I think maybe she's a brilliant marketer, communications director, whatever you want to call it. But and then you have Bob Steak. Oh, well done. Like, what more can I say about this guy? So these are the guys who you've left to run the entire organization. So these are the guys who could have run Kaizer Chiefs. Like, they're not up to it. Kaizer Chiefs needs billionaire money. Maybe Orlando Pirates, but they still have some spunk left. But Kaizer Chiefs, that's it. If they don't do something very drastic, like bring in billionaire money, that's it. Kaizer Chiefs is going to become the Morocco Swallows of this generation. They're going to be a legacy club, a legacy brand with rich history, rich bravado, and that's it. No more dominance, empty stadiums, that's it. And I mean, look at these guys. Look at these guys. And this is Peter Musimane, Coach Jingles himself. Absolute tactician, brilliant man. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of admiration for this man. He took the club, Sundowns, to a whole new level, whether you like it or not. You know? And then you have Coach Rulani. Rulani, look, after his stint at Orlando Pirates, he just became like, dude, iron sharpens iron. The guy is brilliant, whatever you say. And then Coach Mangomanwiti, Chief, this guy, I think he enjoys being behind the scenes, and he knows that as long as he stays here, like Peter said, stay here, you'll win. And these are the new signings. You know, I can put the images of the guys who play at Sundowns. Who are these jokers? I don't even know them. If you can name them, please tell me. And now we're looking at the highlights from the Pirates and Sundowns game. If you can see, yep. I mean, look at the goalkeeper. Can't really. But look at this one. Got dispossessed. The Pirates guy got dispossessed. 1-2. There we go. Look at that play. Guys attacking. Now you call it what you want as a penalty, and I'm not trying to be biased. And even if it's not a penalty, we'll look at the replay again. She said it's about Rossman's 98, where we were absolutely robbed. I don't care what anybody says, we were robbed. So look now, once in a while, hey, very good and how? You know what I'm saying? There we go. Sasa! Yeah, make it work. And then One of our boys. And bang! Awash! That is the Sundowns nation. Didn't have time to watch it because I was at a home cell. But I'm not complaining. I am not complaining at all. And look, I don't have the visuals for the stadium, but it was packed. I mean, like, it was, the numbers were in rafters on a Wednesday. And then you go to Peter Mokaba, this is what they have the audacity to call themselves the Man City of South Africa. I mean, like, come on, give me a break. The guy hasn't even made it to 3 months within the job, and they want him to do miracles. Sugar. So again, if the big three are healthy in South African soccer, then Bafana Bafana is going to be healthy. I tell you that now. What Hugo Broos is doing is he's just taking the scales off our eyes. The guys, our structures are not up to scratch. Yes, we need to go down to grassroots levels. Yes, there are players in the townships, in the squatter camps, you name it, dude. Every Sunday after every weekend, whenever I drive around Gauteng, dude, there's soccer matches in dead grounds. But the thing is, there's no infrastructure, there's no structures. Like, how are we feeding them into the system? We don't have, there's probably a Ronaldinho somewhere there, go Vivamba or go Venda or somewhere. But the thing is, if the big three are healthy, that's one of the starting points. Yes, Safa, that's another conversation on its own. But we need billionaire money to go into Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates so that the league can be competitive again. Because right now, Sundowns can be the next, Sundowns is the national team. Sundowns is a national team. But now, due to the politiki, you have to go get guys. I mean, I remember there's one time the squad once got a guy from the Vela League. I mean, that was, I think maybe that's when I stopped. I think that's when I was defeated. I was demoralized to watch South African soccer again. I literally struggle to watch South African soccer. Which brings me to this next point. I mean, just before 2010, the World Cup in 2010 in South Africa, the stadiums were getting full. Let's be real. The stadiums were getting full. I mean, there were characters in the game, bro. I remember Gift Remy, I remember Leslie Manyatela, Polen Tlanya. And these are guys who are not even in Sundowns, but dude, they made you you had to like you were anticipating something. Dude, our strikers, we had characters in the game, but now I can't. You see that those guys from Kaizer Chiefs, I can't even name them. But ask me about the Pirates players. I mean, dude, I remember the African Wanderers trio of Orlando Pirates. It was Pumlani Kize, Sibusiso Zuma, and who was the third guy? Oh, Nomveto, who went to Kaizer Chiefs. Look at that. And these are not even my teams, but dude, these guys set the league alight. I mean, characters, bro. Steve Lukole and Feto, Tabupule. You know, I mean, I remember guys like Robson Nchicho from Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, this guy I think he was a wing back or a wing, but he made Olifa Kosha, Jacob Chiseva. I mean, dude, you see what I'm talking about? I'm like, dude, so you need evolution now. You can't be working on legacy or on heritage. You just can't anymore. Yes, I can still name the Isaac Shais, the Lavas Mushala, the Rafael Chuku, the Isaac, Bo Alex Bans Papela, Bo Mambush Mudao, Bo Roger Futumba, Bo Joel Fire Masilela. I mean, dude, these guys were legendary, bruh. Bo Tembam Guni, my guy. Now, so that's my take. Tomorrow I'll do the funny, but I had to get this off my chest because I feel like somebody's not having the right conversation in the boardrooms of South African football. That somehow, some way, We need to bring bums on the seats. We need to bring bums on the seats again. I mean, we're the richest league in Africa. Go check the sponsorship that DSTV is giving the PSL. Go check it out, and you'll see why the monkeys of this world, even though they have no business being in the Premiership, but they know why they're there. So go check the stipend that the sponsorship that these guys are giving the whole league, and why guys are fighting to be in this league, and why guys, which is dumb. That's another I can go into just on a closing note. I'm seriously disappointed in South African players, because right now Pesitao was in Brighton. Brighton are playing Champions League. Brighton are killing it, and he decided to go to Egypt. I don't get it. There are Keegan Dolly. The list goes on and on to say, guys, why are you afraid of being up there? Why let's have the competition? Because this is not just, I think the class, Lucas Radebe, the class of 96 was the last class of guys who were hungry. And even Benny, Aaron Mokoena, Steven Pienaar, they were the last hungry players, who made a mark overseas. The rest, anyways, my people, thanks for checking out my episode. Subscribe on the channel, link, hit the notification button, and I'll see you tomorrow when I do or probably Saturday, when I do my picks as usual for Fantasy Premier League, the English Premiership, maybe even do the preview of the box. It's gonna be great. Have a great sporting weekend, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.